What if the world's most mysterious book was never meant to be read? For over 6 centuries, the Voynich Manuscript has stood in silence, taunting every scholar, spy, and scientist who dared to unravel its code. Tonight, we dive deep into a puzzle that refuses to be solved. A book no one can read, yet no one can ignore. The Voynich Manuscript, known as the book no one can read. About the size of a modern novel, it's written on calfskin parchment, dated to the early 1400s. Its pages reveal an impossible world plans that don't exist anywhere on Earth. Women bathing in strange green pools, and astronomical charts that match no known sky. The handwriting flows as if it were a real language, yet no translation has ever emerged. For hundreds of years, it has traveled through the hands of scholars, collectors, even emperors, without giving up a single secret. What knowledge lies locked inside these pages? Medicine? Magic? Or madness? The quest to decode the Voynich stretches across centuries. In the late 1500s, Emperor Rudolf II of the Holy Roman Empire reportedly purchased the book for a sum equivalent to tens of thousands of dollars today. He believed it contained ancient wisdom worth any price. Centuries later, the book surfaced again, landing in the hands of priests, scholars, and eventually professional cryptographers. World War II codebreakers, who cracked Nazi communications, were invited to decipher it. They failed. In modern times, artificial intelligence and computer algorithms scanned every line. Still, no breakthrough. Linguists say the text shows the statistical patterns of real language, but not one that we know. It looks like words. It reads like sentences. But it leads nowhere. For generations, some of the brightest minds have walked away defeated, forced to admit the same conclusion: the Voynich refuses to be read. But what if the Voynich Manuscript was never meant to be understood at all? What if it was a con masterpiece of deception from the Middle Ages? Medieval Europe was a breeding ground for forgeries, fake relics, false documents, alchemical scrolls designed to fool kings and wealthy patrons. The Voynich could fit perfectly into this world. Its elaborate nonsense script may have been designed to look impressive while saying nothing. The bizarre illustrations carefully drawn, yet scientifically impossible, could be part of the trick. Perhaps a scribe, or even a group of them, created it to sell to a wealthy collector. If so, it would be one of the most successful hoaxes in history, because 6 centuries later, we're still falling for it. Yet, not everyone is convinced it's a fake. Carbon dating proves the parchment dates to the early 1400s. The ink is consistent with the time period, and the illustrations show careful, deliberate detail, not the random doodles of a prankster. The botanical drawings, while strange, resemble plants that could exist, perhaps lost to history. The astronomical charts suggest real observation, though not of our skies as we know them today. Some argue the manuscript represents a lost language, one spoken by a culture that vanished before its words could be recorded elsewhere. Others believe it is an elaborate codebook, perhaps written for alchemists, healers, or secret societies. There is even the theory of a proto-language, the first attempt at creating a written system for a tongue that no longer exists. If that's true, the Voynich isn't a hoax. It's a window into a forgotten civilization. 600 years after it was written, the Voynich Manuscript remains undefeated. It frustrates scientists. It fascinates historians. And it inspires dreamers. Perhaps its true purpose is not to be read, but to remind us that mystery still exists. In a world where information is at our fingertips, here lies a book that defies us all. It survives not as a solved riddle, but as a mirror of our own curiosity. The more we chase answers, the more it slips away. So, what do you believe? Is the Voynich Manuscript a lost language waiting to be unlocked? A centuries-old hoax that fooled emperors and experts alike? Or something even stranger knowledge meant to stay hidden? Share your theory in the comments below. And remember, the mystery lives on.